here we go. So we have 4, so D6, 7, and max plus pi are both correct. So World 4 leads off, and this is going to be a good early test for them. And first up is 3-6, an auto-scroller turned off, and not an especially difficult level, though some of the enemy placements can kind of throw you all over the place. Got our runners synced up at last. Lay there, unfortunately. jkoper is going to be the first one out of 3-6. Macobra's having a little trouble with the fire snake. But a nice, easy start for our runners. So we come into 4-2, which is 6-2. Another 2 auto-scrollers turned off right away. That's interesting. jkoper, his way through. Macobra's not far behind. Porak5 chat says this level is so much more enjoyable with the auto-scroller. I think I agree with that. You know, it has some interesting platforming dynamics that you wouldn't otherwise see. Macobra pulls ahead of jkoper. jkoper was using a red shell as a shield. Might not have been necessary, but we carry on. 2 levels down, many more to go. Macobra is going to stop for a item. jkoper finds one of the 8 beta levels. jkoper picking up a fire flower, not a bad item to get early. Makes potential fire kills on Boom Boom. And ooh, jkoper getting caught by fireballs there. So, and now he's gonna have to do a forced draw with the hammer bro. Luckily, it's a vanilla giant bro. And he gets a hammer. So that's a nice early pickup to see. Hammers not only break boulders in this rando, but they also break lock. Cobra had no trouble with the 1-5 beta, so he'll move on. Hammer Bros are splitting and diverging here from Macobra a bit, so we come to our first fort, 5F1, which, because we've shuffled the disco waffles and such, it's a lot harder to do some of the vanilla strats you'd like to see be pulled off here, but nonetheless, a good start for Macobra52. Had no trouble navigating. jkoper helping himself to a 5-up, and that's something you'll see some runners do from time to time, just to have an insurance policy to get a bad level early. So, speaking of bad levels, they don't get much worse than 6-6. And Macobra's gonna have to do this as small right now. If he dies, he's got a fire flower ready for him, but I think he's gonna give it the old college try first. See if he can get it first go round, and not getting a lot of help from the enemy placements. Wants that mushroom. Maybe he thinks he needs that mushroom, but gives him a damage boost for the tunnel. Yeah, not a lot of help from these enemies early. Thank you for the bits, my stress-free. Every little bit helps. Ooh, Macobra got caught by double piranhas, and he will take a death. So, Cobra's not going to play around, he's just going to go on and use Fire Mario. So, if you think you're struggling through this, well, you know, even the best runners, and Macobra certainly qualifies as one of them, they also can struggle with these levels from time to time. So jkoper is going to try his way through the gauntlet. Tried to sort of duck. Oh! Got caught. The iframes expired sooner than he thought they would, and he takes a death, so he'll have to do this again. And that's the dirty secret, little secret about the iframes for Small Mario. When you turn to Small Mario, they're a lot shorter than they would be otherwise, so you gotta be quick. So Macobra, after enduring that, is going to try his luck at the end card game for different items, cards, and comes up empty. So Macobra will try 4-4, the first Hammer Bro here, double Giant Bros, stun locked there, and continuing to get stun locked. Okay. These. Okay, he's finally through and gets his hammer. Ooh, jkoper, nice dodge there. Again, on the mini blooper. So if he holds steady, he should be able to pull this off. And he does. Very nice heads-up play by jkoper. That could have easily gone the other way. More giant Hammer Bros from Macobra, who gets a star for that. jkoper is ignoring the end card. He's just going to play this through. And Macobra goes to 4-5, which is 5-2. He's going to take the top route, which is much faster than the bottom route. jkoper opting to use his star right away to take care of the double Hammer Bros and gets his star back. jkoper also opting for 4-5. Flying cheap up there, but nothing too bad. So second fort is 6F1, Escalator Fort. One of the few forts in the game where, in Rando, where you have a shot at a star kill on Boom Boom, provided the items work in your favor. We shall see. And Macobra sees a fire flower there, but the disco waffles lead him to think that maybe it's not worth it. But he is going to get that star kill. No problem. jkoper underway in 6F1. Got our Cobra is using some P-speed strats that were demonstrated by the Hacksaw yesterday in his races. Did a very fine job demonstrating his Warpless skills. So Macobra did his homework and grabs the wand at 835. So jkoper's remaining about a level behind after a rather difficult World 4. Little airplane quote for all of you out there. Enjoy fine comedy. Cobra, I think, was expecting a flames to come out, but nope. So we got World 7. World 7. How brutal is this going to be? Well, that's not a particularly comforting start. He's going to say no to 7-3. Try his luck with 7-1, which is 3-7, which has the added benefit of giving him an item if he so chooses, and yes, he will. And jkoper grabbed the wand at about 9:34. And it's unfortunately just a star. So, we'll see what we get out of this. Ooh, well, he is going to use that hammer right in front of 7-9, so that's a big skip for him, and looks like a valid one, considering he'd have to play a couple of levels just to check another pipe. So the hammer bears out here. jkoper tried 3-7, got caught by a piranha. He's like, no, I don't want to do this. So he is going to play 7-3, and it's a lost level, but this is going to hurt. Macobra, meanwhile, is playing, just finished off 1-4. The anchor, he tried his luck with the anchor, and it turned out to be a star, so every other anchor he gets will be stars. jkoper being taking a little slower this time through this lost level, which has fire snakes galore. Cobra has no trouble navigating Air Force. So he has a 50-50 shot. He's going to try 7-4, which is 6-5. With a boss pass, of course. Cobra trying again with the card. Got one match, and it's a cloud. So the one-ups are clouds. That's nice. jkoper going to help himself to a couple of items. I'm surprised he didn't go through the other pipe, because he doesn't despawn boss pass that way. Nice tail move by jkoper. Takes care of boss pass. Clear in the area. He's got a... Oh, he almost got gulped there by boss pass. Looks like he's gonna have enough. He might have just enough. Oh, he doesn't. Cobra taking a death to Ludwig. The World 5 airship. That's unfortunate. Oh, it's World 1, excuse me. I think it was World 5. Got a high jumping Ludwig. That can be tricky. Hitboxes can be a little wonky here. And he needs more than 3 hits. It takes 4 this time. Cobra grabs the wand at 12:49, so jkoper is continuing his hunt, and so far every pipe is taking him farther away from 7-8, 7-9 here, so he's going to play 7-2, and ouch, gets 5-9. Yes, NS Nick, Koopa Kid's hit points are rando from 1 to 5. So World 3 is World 3. How nice. And, well, it's not a god pipe, but this is good, because this will allow him to skip about a third of World 3 anyways. He's just gonna get past Giant Hammer Bro. And gets another cloud for it, so clouds are plentiful so far for Macobra52. He'll play the fort, and it is super tanks. This should be a pretty straightforward fort for him. Oh, your first time watching SMB3 Rando, NS Nick? Well, welcome. Glad you found this. jkoper finds the 7-6 aisle, and is not particularly enamored with that. So Macobra is going to try this pipe, and okay, so he has no hammers to break that lock to speed this up a little, but overall this isn't too bad. Gets 3-5, which is 5-1. jkoper's actually in 5-8 right now. So yeah, so the pipe is the pipe to Wendy is in its vanilla location this time. It was a 20% chance of that being true. Okay, jkoper has found it, but he had to play a few extra levels to get there, and he's on another lost level, the waterfall. It's actually one of probably the easiest stage in the game. Cobra finishes off the last hammer, bro. And he's in 3-6, which is 4-2 with an angry sun. And a cheap, it looks like. Ever see anyone go for the item in 5-1? That's happened like twice in the last couple of days, actually, WX man. It happened, actually, like less than an hour ago in a race I was watching. I think it was Jedab who went for it. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was him. Yeah, it's uncommon. The only time you really see anybody get that is that they arm themselves with a P-Wing and 5-1 just happens to show up. But some people have deliberately gone for it. Macobra had no trouble with 8-1. Cobra wanted to try the end card, but unfortunately, gotta wait for the bridge to close again. So he's in 7-6. He's gonna go for the clip. Not that it's fairly doable with as regular Mario, but need the right sub-pixel. So far, it's not coming from a Cobra. Doing the end card does not shuffle the bridges. No, you actually have to finish a level or a hammer bro, or die. Cobra is having a whale of a time here. Finally gets it. I think that was like 18 tries or something, but he's through. Go back for the end card before going to take on Wendy. Oh no, he's not. Okay, now he is. He just realized, oh right, can do this. Still faster than playing it. That is true. 7-6 Vanilla is one of the longest levels in the game. Cobra's starting to clean up on the card here. Oh yeah, he's got this. Nicely done by Macobra. Picked up a couple of hammers here from the card, so the card is very generous today. So those hammers should get him pretty well situated for the rest of the run. We go to the World 7 airship. jkoper just finished off Ludwig at 1810. And Macobra doing nice P-speed strats. So we got a thick Wendy, yikes. Ooh. And it's it's more than, oh, Macobra got hit by a rather questionable hitbox there. So he's gonna try again as Raccoon Mario and hope for better luck. That's unfortunate. That's a questionable hitbox, I say. I thought he had that, but the game, as it sometimes does, disagrees. We got 4, so Cobra's had a little trouble in spots here, but overall he's in a pretty comfortable lead. What has been a fairly long seed, but hammers coming up in the next few worlds is gonna make that less painful, and he gets the wand at 1927. jkoper just barreled through super tanks. No problem. Very nicely done by him. So get your predictions out next world, quickly. I'm gonna say World 2. jkoper sees that this is not the correct... Well, we're all geniuses, those of us who guessed 2. So Macobra is actually going to be able to do the double hammer trick here and just fly through World 2. He's only got 1 level to play, and that's 610. So this is going to benefit him nicely, especially if he can get the end card again. If he gets the same end card, because it's a 1 in 8 chance of that being true, he could really clean up here. Correct, Dennis, Nick. Hammers break locks in tourney flags 1 and 2, which are the 2 settings our runners are using in group play. When we get to the bracket stages, that will no longer be the case, but they will still break boulders, so they still have some value in places like Worlds 2, 3, 4, and 6. Correct, yeah, they will be disabled for the brackets. So Macobra's in the World 3 airship now. Got Fire Mario. Is he going to go for a fire kill on... Oh, it's just 1 hit Morton Koopa Jr., and he's out at 21-28. So he's got a pretty comfortable lead going here. jkoper, I think that was 4-2. Now he's an 8-1. He's going to go for the safety strat, which is to fly over and skip about 2/3 of this level, which is not a bad idea, actually. If you've got the ability to fly and get around some of those ugly bottlenecks early. It's a little slower, but it's certainly safer. So Cobra's paying the price for his exuberance with the end card, with the hammers. He's going to have to play World 1 normally. But if it works out, it's not going to matter. So Cobra is in 3-9. Pretty easy level. Though some of the enemy sets can make it interesting. jkoper finds 7-6. Gonna go for the... No, he's not. I think he's gonna try and P-wing his way out of this. Or maybe he's gonna play it. You don't see that very often, but more power to him. Cobra's gonna hope that the card is a match, and he's got a couple of mushrooms. Was that the hammer? It was not. It was just it was actually a vanilla mushroom. The Macobra is gonna have to play 1-2, which is 7-1. So he's got to go for the other door clip. And this door clip treats him much nicer than the first one, which took, I think, 18 tries. Don't quote me on the number, but I think that's about how many it took. jkoper showing off some nice platforming skills, I must say, in 7-6. This is, while not a difficult stage per se, it can be extremely frustrating if you're not practiced in your movements. Uh-oh. jkoper is in serious trouble here. He just took a death. He got caught jumping a little early. And I'm sorry to say that's a commentator's curse. I'll take the heat for that one. That's my fault. I will... So... 1-5 is 3-5. He had no trouble in Skyfort, 5F2. Cobra. Having little trouble navigating through the water here. Nice movement going up and down there. jkoper's about to find a thick Wendy and see how he handles it. Should be okay. Looks like he's got the jumps down. Okay, nicely done by jkoper. Gets the wand at 2458. Cobra's... Man, all of these giant hammer bros in this seed. What is with that? So, Cobra continuing on and gets another World 3 stage, 3-1. jkoper, the king is channeling Renee Zellweger from Jerry Maguire. jkoper doesn't have the, he's only got one hammer, so he's not going to be able to skip as much as Macobra did. He gets 2-4. Cobra, the World 5 airship. That has a P-wing too. It's a tough Larry. It's 5-hit Larry. Yikes. And he gets the clip. He looks like he's got enough height for the clip. So basically, if you can grab the wand off screen, with Mario mostly off screen, instead of, you know, watching him float down, you see that where it just cuts right away to the king, giving us Dracula. So it's about a 2 to 3 second time save, which every little bit helps. So World 6 is World 6. Is this even randomized? And he gets the God Pipe in World 6, so that's a nice little time save of 3 levels. And gets 7-2, and he's got Raccoon Mario, so he can just fly through this. jkoper is going to try the coin ship. Macobra didn't do this because he skipped most of this world in the first place. And Macobra is about to get an end card. Ooh, jkoper almost had the 1 cycle on Hammer Bros. Gets a P-wing for it. So looks like Macobra's got a pretty good handle on the cards. He's got his hammers, so he's good to go with World 5, which has a major skip for him over there. So that's good. jkoper navigates 6-3 nicely. Cobra's in one of the 3 hand stages, so let's see what we get here. And it's an anchor, so another star for him. Scooty Puff Jr., they appear every 80,000 points. Thank you, Korak. So Macobra's got a couple of stars here. He's going to use them on the Hammer Bros. Gets a star for a star. Nice. Equal investment. Going to finish off the other Hammer Bro. Wow. Equal investments indeed, so not quite worth it for him. And Macobra goes to 6-7, which is another lost level. Cobra helping himself to another 5 up. NS Nick, to get the coin ship to appear, it has to be multiples of 11, and it has to match the tens digit in your score. And yes, it only is triggered in certain levels. So Macobra is burning clouds and goes right into 8-4 in 6F3. So he has no time for any levels. So 8 fort is not the hardest fort, so... But he's still got to be a little careful, though most of the immediate danger is past. Does not appear he's going to get the... Oh, he just missed the one cycle on that P switch. So he's actually going to take an intentional hit here and fight Boom Boom as Small Mario. Shouldn't be a... Okay, he's fine. So no problem there for Macobra. jkoper's going to have to play this World 1 normally. So... He's got... Doesn't have quite the kind of items he'd like to have at this stage, but that's okay. He should be fine as far as that's concerned. Cobra decides not to take the star from the item box. And we'll take on Lemmy, who's only a 2-hitter. So 3109 wand grab for Macobra. jkoper is going to try his luck with the door clip here in 7-1. See how this goes for him. He didn't try it in 7-6. He actually clouded it after trying to beat the level normally. No one told Lemmy about the Bowser buffet? Apparently not. So after about 10 or 11 tries, jkoper's like, yeah, I'll just do this. So World 7 now. Macobra is leads off with 5-3. This is not exactly a level you want to see because the enemy placements tend to be ugly, and it's just a really long level. It's one of the longest vanilla. It's one of the longest levels, both in vanilla, in terms of non-auto scrollers, and in the randomizer. So if you can skip it, you should. jkoper almost to the end of 7-1 here. Ooh, Macobra. Nice dodging there. The Paragoombas and the Piranhas manages to get through. jkoper does a nice job playing 7-1 vanilla. So it took a little longer for him, but it worked out. Macobra's going to arm himself with a P-Wing here for 5F2. Macobra's in 4-3 now. Which is probably one of the most popular levels for the vanilla speedrunners, 4-3, because of all the movement you get to do. Movement tricks you get to do. Cobra is going to be able to utilize some of them here with his invincibility star. Should be noted, Macobra, in addition to being a top rando player, is a very, very good Warpless player for Mario 3. He's got a time of, I believe, somewhere in the 54 range already. Putting those skills to good use here. Picks up another hammer from the Hammer Bros, so he's actually in good shape for World 8 if he needs it now. And 5-3 is 8-2. He is not going to take the Sands of Shame. He's just going to go right on ahead and play this level. Got a Cheep floating around there, so he's got to be a little careful, but he should be fine. Takes a damage boost and gets ready for the... Okay, doesn't quite do the leap of faith, but he does use the note box to make it a pretty comfortable ride. Macobra's gonna skip that second hammer, bro. He's got pretty much all the items he needs at this point to make quick work of the rest of this. jkoper's gonna stop in 3-1 for item from the item box. Gets a star. Not bad. Not necessary, but, you know, fine. So Macobra's through the tower, which is one of 4 levels that can never be randomized. The others being the 2 Piranha stages in World 7 and, of course, Bowser. Here's Hammer. Skip 5-4 to 5-7. And gets another hammer, so a hammer for a hammer. Still got a cloud left over, so he's probably gonna skip 5-9 with it, I'm guessing. Because in terms of practical value, clouds don't really have much value in World 8. You can only use them to skip 3 things. And the odds of you really needing that for 8-1, 8-2, or 8-4 is rather remote. Or to be guaranteed that would actually have actual value. Can happen. It's happened for me in a tournament match, but pretty uncommon. Nice fire kill by jkoper. Grab the one at 3608, so trying to stay within range of Macobra, but Macobra is frankly a little too much. He is, as I stated, one of the best rando players we have, and is demonstrating it pretty nicely here tonight. Waits out the chainless chomp and takes care of 6-8. As expected, he uses his final cloud on 5-9. Gets this World 6 fort. Or World 6 airship, excuse me. Ugh. 6 fort. jkoper didn't have Raccoon or Tanuki Mario, so we've got to do this the long way. 2-hit Roy Koopa, and that's a 37-13-1 grab for Macobra52, who is on his way to a pretty good time. This tourney flags 1 seed of about, I'm guessing, 42 to 45 minutes, somewhere in there. Depends how Crowley World 8 decides to be. Cobra's informed by the king that nobody's perfect, from Some Like It Hot with Jack Lemmon and Marilyn Monroe. So he's gonna have to play the tanks level, and it's already that's mandatory, and it's 1-6, so not too bad. See if he goes for he's able to fly his way out of this. jkoper is in the 3rd hand stage. Nice flying by Macobra. Oh, you saw Atlantis appear in 8-1 or 8-2 when it was necessary? It can happen. Yep. It's got a matter of playing the percentages. So Macobra, speaking of 8-1, 8-2, finds the pipe that leads him to 8-1, 8-2, and he's like, no, I'm going to take my chances with this one with Navy, and it's 2 fort. Atlantis is just, the first third of that level is really unpleasant. Once you get on dry land, everything kind of settles down. jkoper in a lost level here. Sort of 5-3 beta. So the Navy pipe leads to... Okay, well... It's a free... So... Ultimately validated because it takes you to the same place either way. Not gonna try the hand bridge just yet. So he's gonna play 8 fort. And gets the dreaded 7F2. Piranha Fort. Ooh, just misses the pole vault jump there. Jkoper finishing off, I think that was 3F1. Score 640 is another loss level, and Macobra skipped a lot of this. So we're having to watch it with the disco waffles. Who doesn't accidentally take a hit. Jkoper's got to watch out for Boss Bass. Very hungry right now. Okay, so that pipe... So, Piranha Fort not required. Necessarily. Air Force might be required. Depends on this fort here. Pipe here. And, okay. Okay, it's not required. For Macobra, he's got enough hammers. Jkoper's not going to be so lucky, I don't think. And there we have it. So... And the penultimate stage is 7F1, aka... Fort Knock. Nice to know that, Handbridge wasn't necessarily required, though Air Force would have been. Jkoper, sure what he was trying to accomplish there, but he'd been hoping that was going to lead him somewhere. So he's got his hammer suit, and he is ready to roll. Nice task clip there by Macobra. Saves about a second and a half. Good, good disco waffle pattern there. So Macobra is well on his way to going to 7-0 in this in group play for Group I. And no problem with Bowser, 5 hits to the head, and he is done. So Macobra has buzzsawed his way through this seed. Jkoper taking an unfortunate death there. And, falls victim to the lava. Goes in with the frog suit. So Macobra finishes with an official SRL time of 42:38. So get out the GGs for Macobra52. Put on quite a show today with his expert play. Cobra's not going to get the one cycle with the P switch, so he's going to do this normally. Going to help himself to an item to become Raccoon Mario. That is true, WX Man. It was a slow start for him. You know, 6-6 early, never something you want to see. But yeah, after he basically cleared the card the first time, he really found his rhythm and had no trouble just barreling through that seed. And we got a very quick World 4. Sailed through World 6 with all of his clouds. Everything was just working for him. Jkoper's underway with Lemmy. Not much trouble. Grabs the wand at 44:23. So, if you haven't already, give these runners a follow. Based on the Hammer Bros alone, he should get a hammer to skip a fair chunk of World 5 here, and allow him to get to the end of the world in pretty quick order. See how he handles a couple of these levels. 8-2, for example. See how he does with that. What his strats will be for that one. 5-3, as Cobra had to do a little bit of navigation and gymnastics just to get through that one. With the Paragoombas, as always, making life miserable, and Piranhas, in this case, are the ones making life miserable for jkoper, but he gets through. jkoper not interested in the end card, he's just going to carry on into 4-3. Yeah, jkoper getting his star. Nice 4-3 P-speed strats from him, getting through some of that tight corridors. And just in case you had joined in late, yes, we will be doing another race after this one between these two. It'll be Tourney Flags 2, which is much like what you've seen already, but with the crucial difference being overworld locations will be shuffled. So where the forts, pipes, and levels normally are will be all new. jkoper tried his luck at 4F1, had a little trouble, and decided to see if 8-2 is any better. He's going to take the Sands of Shame, and I don't blame him. You know, he gets a free power-up out of this, if nothing else, and that's always nice to have. And unfortunately, in this case, it's a 1-up, so not much help for him there. Ooh, just makes the jump. Very nicely done by jkoper. So jkoper having to navigate some treacherous waters here, but luckily only giant hammer bros. If those were double fire bros, that could have been interesting. GG's to Macobra, and yeah, that was really the only was a sticking point for both of you, but yeah, that was, and then, you know, had a little trouble with Ludwig and Wendy, but otherwise, yeah, very clean run overall, I'd say, you Macobra. Very good use of your hammers and clouds. They were giving, and you certainly took full advantage of them and cut several of those worlds down to size, and getting that early hammer for World 7 was really what blew the race wide open, really, because jkoper didn't have the hammer and he needed a little while to find it. Would have been a it was a 3-level skip. That's what it comes down to. Did he not have the hammer? Thought he did. So no hammer. I could have sworn one of those hammer bros had a hammer. Maybe it was on the sky. Nonetheless, jkoper will play 7-7, which is a pretty short stage. Can be a little challenging if you don't have the movement. Ooh, just barely gets away before the iframe's expired. Like, he could have had a hammer, but maybe he didn't check his entire menu, because hard to believe he only has 7 items. But, okay. And 5-5 is 7-9, another level you don't necessarily want to see. Even if you have the ability to fly, or you know the clips, this level is be a real pain. So 7-9, nicely played by jkoper. He's going the wrong way, unfortunately. jkoper's, and I believe that was 5-7, which is the tanks level. So another free item for jkoper. No. Can the spiky ball damage you even if the piranha plant that was kicking up in the air is dead? No. I believe once the piranha is dead, then it can't hurt you. I'm reasonably certain of that, but I don't believe, once you've killed the source, I don't think it can hurt you. Another frog suit for jkoper, because who doesn't like frog suits? Last stuff with the hammer bros? Maybe this is where he got the hammer. I think about it. Yep, there it is. And jkoper's like, you gotta be kidding me. He's got a few P-Wings left. 4F2. We need a Frog Suit Bowser kill Oasis. Well, we'll leave that to the Frog Master, Human Mustard. He is our resident expert in all things Frog Mario. Thanks, Claris. Hope your races went well. We almost could have tested that out. Let's see. jkoper's not actually testing that theory out, but nonetheless, having little trouble in 6-8. Fonz has broken the glass ceiling with a sub 30. Yeah, that's about right. If someone was going to do it first, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Macobra or Fonzoid, because both of them are really, really good. And I've raced against both of them in seeds where they have clocked sub 30s in tourney flags to it. Yeah. So, one more level to go. So Fonzoid won 4 of his matches today, so he's 6-0 and well on his way to 8-0 in Group G. So, it's going to be about 8 or 9 of us who are going to finish undefeated. I think. Nice job by jkoper finishing off Roy at 55.08. The only group where we can't have an undefeated is well, actually, yes, no, we can't. Everything's split. The only group where we can't have a perfect record is Group K. At the very least, it'll be at 7-1. But that's going to be a tough 7-1, whoever it is. Here we go into World 8 for jkoper, who had his struggles, but overall has not played badly. His luck with the items has not been as strong as Macobra, and the end card game really paid off for Macobra today. Now this match. Now, Classic. I've been training without the cards, so can't say no one. Alright, so jkoper. So, like Macobra, he's like, no, I'm not doing this. True, not in my matches. I generally use the end cards since they were available, but in practice for the tourney bracket flags, I have been preparing for the event. So no, I think he's gonna stay. This pipe will take him behind the lock. So this will. So, okay, so he's got the hammer, he's going to use it. Okay, that takes him to the hand bridge. And he's thinking about it, but if he plays this out, logically, there you go. Yeah, play 8 fort, and then you'll get it. So he's clouding 8 fort. That's an interesting move. It's gonna end up being the correct one once he learns about the other pipe on the bottom side of the map. But that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that. As what is he doing? Okay, he's logically figured it out. Because he realizes that I don't believe in 1.2 we can have any pipes like sort of like closed off to one another. Don't believe that's true. So it used to be true. So he's gonna play 6F2. Well, that's sharp. I wouldn't have thought of that, but good of him. So he knows what he has to do. Yeah, that's straight from the vanilla game. It's kind of irritating, but such as it is. So jkoper, fortunately, chose the wrong power-up He had a Tanuki suit, but we were actually talking for briefly about doing an easy mode or having an easy mode available, but I think it would have been too. I think it was generally decided, no, let's not do that. Although it would be kind of fun, but it was ultimately decided that maybe that's not the best course of action. Alright, jkoper, one level away from finishing the job. He's got a hammer suit. No frog kill, I'm sorry, folks. Ooh, a little too eager on the jumps and loses hammer suit, so he's gonna have to do this as regular Mario. True enough, does get the clips, so this should be a pretty straightforward fight for jkoper, and I'm sure, he might have known about the clip, or the trick with Bowser's hitbox, but, awkward. And okay, two more jumps and we are out of here. Ooh, gets clipped there by Bowser. A little careful for the final jump. And, ooh, he missed again. There we go. So, get out the GGs for jkoper, who's going to finish off this game 1. So, finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, 54 seconds. The GG's to our runners. So I think we're going to take a short break, get everybody a chance to and then we'll be back about 8:30 Central Time. So we're gonna start the second race right on time, I think, or pretty close. So thanks all, and I'll talk to you all in a few minutes.